morning, everybody. Well, have you heard the news about Clay Aiken's stalker? Clay Aikens has been in the news a lot lately, right? But anyway, you do know he's running for Congress. If you didn't, I did a video on that. But that's neither here nor there. There was a woman that, her name is Barbara Saylor. She was arrested for entering Clay Aiken's North Carolina home with binoculars. I don't know whether they mean she was looking into his home with binoculars or she had binoculars when she went in. I'm not sure what that means. But she was arrested and she was charged with stalking and trespassing. Now here's the thing. She's 58 years old and she is actually the victim in here. She's not the stalker. She didn't, she says she wasn't stalking him. Clay's always had a thing for older women. He had that baby with that much older woman. Barbara says that they met after Clay's American Idol debut years ago. I think that was 2003. So that's like 11 years ago. They met after that. She said they talked and they exchanged phone numbers. Now, I don't know how they exchanged phone numbers, whether they wrote them down and handed them to each other, whether they told each other phone numbers and put it in their phones or what. I don't know how they did that. Probably handed each other phone numbers, since back in 2003, phones weren't as modern as they are now. So they probably handed each other phone numbers or wrote each other's phone numbers down. Well, as it turns out, they said she apparently got the wrong phone number because she started texting that phone number and she got catfished, which means that was not Clay's phone, that was somebody else, and when she started texting, they went along with her and pretended to be Clay Aikens. This went on for years, and apparently she kept all those texts. But they texted each other for years, and whoever this person was still never let her know he was not Clay. Apparently, the real Clay never used her phone number to call her, or she would have mentioned something that they had texted about, and he would have said, wait a minute, you never texted me, So apparently, Clay never used her phone number to call her or text her or anything. That's neither here nor there. If he doesn't want to, he certainly doesn't have to. And he might have even gave her the wrong phone number to begin with. But anyway, and he can certainly do that too. But, or just tell somebody you're not going to give them their phone number and be done with it, but that's just me. Anyway, so this woman went to Clay Aiken's home because this guy that she thought was Clay Aikens had told her to go there. I guess he probably told her, come to my house on so-and-so day and meet me there, and, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. So she did. She went to Clay Aiken's home, and that's where she was arrested at. So she was arrested, and she let them know that she had she was carrying on a non-romantic, they call it a Mantite'o type. I don't know what that means. Look it up, and then let me know what it means. A Mantite'o type text relationship with each other for years. So apparently it's been going on since 2003. And he led her to believe that he was actually Clay Aiken. Well, the scam accumulated with the catfisher goading Barbara to visit Clay at his house in North Carolina, which she did, and that's when she got arrested. And Barbara's attorney has turned over all the text records to the court to prove that she's a victim and not a perp. So the case was dismissed, and late last week, paperwork was filed to expunge this from her record. But so it's going to be wiped off her record. They understand now that she was not the perpetrator, but she was the victim. But the sad thing is, she lost her job over this whole thing. So I'm not sure what her job was. They didn't say what her job was, but she did lose her job. It's just, it's kind of scary because, you could text somebody for so many years, and then I wonder if they ever talked on the phone. I wonder, because it looks to me like if you text somebody for 11 years, you're going to call them at some point. So, I'm not. But for her to actually believe that that was Clay, this guy that was texting her had to be keeping up with Clay's activities in his life so he could, know what lies to tell her, know what Clay's doing. So that kind of makes him the real stalker, don't you think? Wonder what they're going to do about that. Well, really nothing they can do. I mean, he didn't do anything except fool her. And fooling somebody is not a crime. Anyway, until next time, bye-bye.